Yo, 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 it's your boy Coach D. We back with another one. We back live, facts and stats. You already know. Got my man Will in the building for the day. And we're gonna start this one off just like overtime. It was overtime. Dallas Mavericks, the Houston Rockets. Listen, 147 to 136. Kyrie, 48 points. Boy went off crazy in the second half. What it was, 25 points in the second half. So, Will, what's your take on this one?
Crazy game. They was down 20 something. I don't even remember exactly what it was. 20 something, had no shot. But it's always a shot in the NBA these days with the way the 3-point ball go and the way people scoring. I'm not surprised to keep it 100. It's the Rockets and the Mavericks. Like you can just have a feeling that they not going like that. And they was at home. And they had a 7 6 7 game win streak at home. It wasn't over at no point to me to keep it
I
on.
I gotta agree with you, my brother. They've been on a spree lately. What, 9-1 on their last 10 games? It's playoff time. It's playoff time, and this was a chance for Houston to step up. Getting that chance to get a little closer to Golden State. Now they 3 games behind, so it's looking a little, like they ain't gonna be able to get in that play in. Dallas, they fighting with the Suns right now in that fifth and sixth place. So this was like a heavy mint game right here. So Luka stepping up. Um, PJ Washington with them clutch threes in the corner at the end. Yeah, so that was a nice piece. That's a nice trade on right there. So tops off to Dallas. They looking like a strong team, top contender right now, but we're gonna get to that later.
You got
Going
hold on.
huh?
We got to shout Exum out. He hit that three to tie the game at the end. We can't let that go unnoticed. That was the clutch three of the game.
For
Exum
real.
three. Kyrie dropped 48. Luca dropped 37. Damn near triple double. He was missing one rebound to get the triple double, but he got hurt a little bit at the end. That's probably why he didn't get it. He usually pull it off for everybody. But yeah,
hmm
hell of a game.
Another person who made some clutch threes at the end of the game. That was Paul George going against the Cleveland Cavaliers, finishing off the game with 120 to 118. Let me tell you, that fourth quarter, Paul George, it was 1-3 where he went around the pick. Dude was right there on his hip. He gave him just an in and out, boom, boom. I'm pulling up in your face, cash money. Like Paul George took over, cause they was getting that ass whooped. First quarter, second quarter was Cleveland Cavaliers put up 40 points each quarter. Like they was balling on them. But they got themselves back together. Now we could throw out, they ain't have Donovan Mitchell, but the Clippers ain't have Kawhi Leonard on the other side. So that balanced out. Paul George came through the clutch. Um, yeah, man, I think Normal Power should have a better stat line than 14 points when Kawhi Leonard out. I'm just saying though. What's your take though, Will?
Another one of them games. It was down 20 something at halftime. I thought I was looking at it wrong. I'm like, that can't be the score. Like, what is going on? But once again, the Clippers was the home team. That really matters. Like, who's the home
hmm
team? That depends if they gonna come out with that fight or not. And Clippers just refused to lose. Paul George wasn't having it today. Even though it wasn't no Donovan Mitchell and all that, but they still was getting their ass whooped, like you said. Like, it's crazy. And I don't know what happened with James Harden. I think he got out the game or something. I don't know what happened with him because he killed my parlay. I needed one more assist from him, but he ain't get me. He had five. I needed six. That's crazy. But yeah. And then
I think
Westbrook Energy came in. His stat line ain't crazy, but his energy just flipped the team a little bit, like he usually does when he come in.
I
So I give
appreciate
him give him his props too. I give him his props. But the stat line on the game is crazy. Like, what's that? Five people from the Cavs had over 15 points.
it.
Like, it's not normal. You know what I'm saying? People was out there doing their thing today. It just
Yeah,
wasn't enough when Paul George got it going.
it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And the thing was, Darius Garland, he was trying to give it all he got. Like with 28 points, he had to step back, try to match Paul George 3. Like he tried to give it all he got, but it wasn't enough. And I think Evan Mobley, man, need to go a little bit more aggressive off them pick and rolls. He trying to pass the ball out. You what? You 7 feet. Find a way to dunk over a motherfucker or float or something, man. Don't be passing them joints out. But but that's just the difference of the mindsets right now with each teams. Like I was saying earlier, the Clippers, they in the top not what 47 and no, I'm sorry, 50 and 28. So they kind of locked their seed at the fourth spot. But I want to ask you, before we get to the top five later on in the show, what is your up and coming from the past, I say 15 games that you've seen in the NBA? What's your up and coming top five teams right now that's gonna bring some noise in the playoffs?
Hmm. Well, of course, you already know my number one team. Gotta be the Lakers, of course. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. They on the cooking spree right now. They jumped from what was they 9 to 7 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no they 8. So they jumped over Sacramento
Sacramento.
right now,
Yeah.
and they still making their way up. And right now we got the Phoenix Suns playing the New Orleans Pelicans. So either way, that's a win for us, no matter who win or lose. So we
Okay.
looking good right now. And we was in the Western Conference Finals last year. I must say that also again. People tend to forget that, but that's my number one joint, number one team. Number two
Who
is the
you got?
Mavericks. I'm impressed with what the Mavericks are doing right now. Even though Luka might have messed up his knee a little bit today, but
Yeah.
they showing that they a team. Like I like what they got going. That I think what they doing can carry over into the playoffs also.
Okay.
And
You got somebody on that east side?
East Side,
We're gonna finish off with three.
okay. Uh, it's tough.
So,
It's
hey,
tough
all right,
because
so
because
I'm
I like Embiid. I really like Embiid. I like how he came back and what they doing, but it's still fresh, so I can't pick him right now. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? I
Okay.
like what they doing though, but in the East,
But it sounds like you
let me
picking them. It sounds like you picking them. It sounds like you picking them. It's cool
let
though,
me think. Let
cause
me think about it. Let me think about my
okay,
third. You can
I'm
go
gonna
ahead,
let you
give
think.
yours.
I'm gonna let you think, cause I here I got the Suns at number one. I got the Lakers at number two. I'm not going front. The Lakers have been balling lately with that 9-1 over the past 10 games. The Knicks, I don't know, man. I probably put Orlando over the Knicks right now. The Knicks with OG coming back without Julius Randle, they 5-5. So they ain't looking too good. The Heat might be a little shocker. Um, I gotta say though, man, Philadelphia with Joel Embiid coming back is a surprise, and I was one of the people that said he's not coming back. He's not coming back this season. So him being back on the court has been a surprise. With the points he's been giving up. So I gotta agree on you that. But we gotta get to it, baby. The national champions of 2024, South Carolina, stand up. 87-75 to our being that girl Caitlin Clark. Yes, being the girl Caitlin Clark, the person they said that was going to do it all in the NCAA. What's your take, Will?
Well, first of all, Caitlin Clark, she came out on fire, dropped a quick 18 piece in the first quarter, or I think it was first quarter or first half, whatever. Well, she went crazy. But as a team, Carolina just got it done. It was a team effort, blocks, steals, getting points, defending everything. They just looked like a complete unit today, and she gave it her all, but it just wasn't enough against a complete team like that.
I agree with you even more. There's gonna be a lot of agreeing on this show because South Carolina is one of them teams where any play on their team would go off that night. So, for instance, Not R. Johnson, T. Johnson. Tisa Johnson went off tonight with 19 points. And, Cardoso right behind him with 15 and 17 rebounds. Good Lord. So, going off with that, South Carolina, we just knew after that first quarter, when they went in that second quarter and just put their foot on their necks and just ride it out from there, I just knew what time it was. Don Staley wasn't playing, and that girl, I'll be messing up her names. Fluella,
Yeah,
Wheeler. You probably don't, but the girl,
yeah,
the freshman for South Carolina, still got 3 years left. She's gonna be nasty. She's gonna be signed to deal with in the in that WNCAA.
yeah.
Yeah, tops off to him. Caitlin Clark, he did a good job. 30 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. It just felt like your team wasn't it ain't, you ain't just have what South Carolina had on your squad. So it just came down to that moment. It seemed like you would have to drop down 50 to beat
Yeah,
this team because the moves that you was pulling off, I was like, God damn, what else can you do? Right? So this tops off to South Carolina for being an undefeated team, undefeated record, undefeated season. So
yeah.
yeah, man.
They was on a revenge tour too. No,
Yeah,
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 definitely. You could tell too.
yeah. Oh yeah, from last year, from losing
Yeah,
from Iowa with Caitlin Clark. Yeah, yeah. So definitely. Oh, we there. Top five teams in the NBA right now, man.
top 5 right now.
You
Number
can't bring
one.
up that team that you brought up earlier.
What you mean though? Okay, number one.
We start at 5. We start at 5.
Okay, okay. Start at 5. 5 is it's tough. I can't say though. I'm gonna let you go first. You gotta give me a
Okay.
minute.
Okay, at number 5.
Gotta get my 5 right.
At number 5, they barely made it in there. Because they've been on a 3-game losing streak for their last 3 games. Been looking terrible. But the game right before that, they went against the New York Knicks and barely won. Jalen Burnson made a shot. Then Shea Alexander, I'm talking about OKC. Shea Alexander came and made a buzzer beater, won the game, right? Now, ever since then, the last 3 games, Shea hasn't played. And they look like a totally different team without Shea. So I'm looking at that being a little question mark right there. So that's why I got them at my number 5, barely making it in.
Number 5. Gotta go. We talk about playoffs or regular season. I need to.
We talking about top 5 teams that hold from the regular season going into the playoff.
Okay. So I'll put the Lakers at 5 then. I gotta throw them in there, man. Experience matter, man. It's just the experience. It might sound crazy, but it's true. The experience matter, man. Because I just really can't see these teams in the West and be like, oh yeah, they'll definitely beat the Lakers after they play a 7-game series. It's just hard for me to see that. Only with the Nuggets. Other than that, it's hard for me to be like, that team is definitely better than the Lakers. If that makes sense.
But the Lakers don't have a top 5 record. So how can you say that this season, we talk about this season,
And
right?
we talk about everything together. Right now they on the road. You gotta factor that in also.
Now one, I gave you, I gave you those flowers, you know what I'm saying? But at the same token, where you at? You in the eighth seed right now?
Hey,
Eighth seed in the West.
that's what we was last year. And we went to the Western Finals. They ended in the top 4 last year, so it's not unreasonable
It is.
because of where they ended last year. It's not unreasonable to me.
It's 10 teams out there that's better than the Lakers, record wise.
You don't believe that?
Record wise.
That's
Record
record.
wise, there's 10 teams out there that's better than the Lakers.
So you really believe the Lakers are what they record say they are? No, you don't. Exactly. Come on now.
They in the middle of the pack. Like they is. All right, so all right, we're gonna get more to that. We're gonna get
It's
more to that.
okay, man. It's
We're gonna
okay.
get more to
Maybe I'm
that.
biased. Maybe I'm biased. I accept that.
No, we're gonna get more into it. So at number 4, right? I got the Dallas Mavericks, of course. They just been on a spree lately, getting themselves together. Ever since the trade getting Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington, they just look like a whole new team. With Kyrie Irving and Luca just giving you 30 every night, just that combination and that duo of just setting off. Oh man, I gotta give them their props. They looking like they could be top contenders in the playoffs, giving some damage to any team. Um, yeah, so I got Dallas Mavericks number 4, man.
Okay. I will put. I gotta agree with that. The Mavericks at 4 right now. Unfortunately, one of these teams gonna get left off in the West that you probably like, but I have to put them ahead right now because just one team is going one way and the other team is going the right way. You know what I'm saying? I like what the Mavericks are on a little win streak. They getting their momentum, building that chemistry. So I like the way they headed right now. So yeah, that's a good 4 right there.
Okay, okay. So I got the news that I believe Cat won't be returning. I believe.
Mm.
But I still got Minnesota at number 3. I believe in Anthony Edwards, man. Every game I watch this brother, man, I believe more and more. I believe like he give you his all on the offensive side, defensive side. If he see his team down or like start to lose in the league, he be like he'll wake them up, be like, oh, we ain't going for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's that energy that he give off. And when you give off that type of energy, you always got a fighting chance for me. So I got them at number 3.
Hey man, we've been doing a lot of agreeing today. I don't know what's going on, but I'm right there with you. There's no way I could not have them right there at 3, even though Cat might not come back. I just got the news from you, but that's tough.
I well, I don't know for sure, but
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
okay, yeah,
inside source. You know what I'm
okay,
saying? Inside
but
source.
yeah, even if he don't come back, it's yeah, I would have to still put them at 3, just because they got some chemistry too. But I
Yeah,
like it better with Cat, but they still doing their thing right now.
yeah. Nas Reed coming in there, filling in that spot, so he picking up nice. Kyle Anderson doing a nice job coming off the bench, filling in that role. Michael Conley stepping up. So they got some pieces over there. McDaniels, he's stepping up, being a bucket in that mid range. So I'm
Fact.
seeing people step up,
Yeah,
and I can't knock that. So I got to top off, tip my hat off to the Minnesota. No, no Diddy, no Diddy.
nah, it's all good.
But at number 2, this kind of easy right here, man. The Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets. Jokic still containing that number 1 spot in the West. Let's stop playing. Michael Porter Jr. doing his thing. Aaron Gordon stepping up, elevating his game. Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope is balling out, acting like motherfucker he never played on the Washington Wizards. Like he just got them years back in him, like he back to 25 or something. Like, so I gotta give my props to Denver. They still maintaining without Jamal Murray, even though I think he came back last night, I think. If he just on the sideline or whatever. But yeah, man, that team looking solid still. Containing that number 1 spot in the West.
For me, this the East and the West combined, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for me, I'm putting the Boston Celtics at 2, just because they got to prove that they can win. Every time they get where they need to go, they don't get it done until they can prove they can win when it count. I just can't put them over the champs right now. That's all that is. I don't think they have an answer for Jokic. They don't. I just can't see it. Because if Boston threes not falling, then what they do? They fold up like a tent. They don't got a different game plan.
I see we was doing a good job, Will. We was green all the way up to this point. You
I
know what I'm
can't
saying?
do it. I can't
I
do
thought
it.
we was on good vibes, man. Now
You
we
know,
gotta sit
Tatum
here and
Tatum be on that
argue.
light skin stuff when it comes to the big game, like he did with the Warriors, man. I can't
He
trust
be
him.
on that light skin
I
stuff.
can't trust him.
Three or 4 games, only 3 games they lost at home this season, and they number 2.
I can't trust him. And the Nuggets just
With,
look special too.
without Jalen Brown for the past couple of games, they 8-2 out of the last 10 games.
Hey, that's
They're
fine.
at number 2.
That's fine. That's all good and dandy. But
What-
I just trust Jamal Murray and Jokic in the clutch a little more than I
Jamal
do.
Murray hasn't been here in the season.
But
We
when
ain't
he's in
saying who
there,
gonna win the championship. We talking about the top 5 teams in the NBA right now. And Jamal Murray haven't shown you enough to call him a top one, huh?
Jamal Murray has been the best closer this year in the league to me.
I don't know about that one.
Who you got?
He ain't even playing enough games to be called the best
What
closer.
when he plays, he's the best closer in the league this year.
Listen. All right, so no disrespect to Jamal Murray. I do love Jamal Murray game. I see the difference when he come in there with Jokic off the pick and roll. It's unstoppable. I guess it. I get it. But my man is unhealthy. He ain't. It's like it wasn't like last season. So this season they coming a little different. It's a heavier West team, so it's gonna be a little harder coming out them that Western Conference. And then you got me Boston there. I'm expecting Boston to be there, so I'm gonna throw that out. But then you got me Boston in the finals. Boston coming off the finals from last year. Since you want to bring last year up, or Lakers from Western Conference Finals, so you want to bring last Boston? Oh no, they lost to
No, they
Miami. I'm
lost to
sorry. So
Miami.
yeah,
Jimmy Butler
yeah.
gave him that work. See, that's that light skin stuff I'm talking about. Ain't no way.
But listen, so
Ain't
they
no
heated
way,
off of
bro.
that. They heated off of that, so they try and get back in the finals from the year before that. So yeah, man.
I think they're gonna be nervous if they run into Miami again. They keep it 100, even though
For
they should
what?
smoke them.
Miami.
That's my point. Why are y'all losing to them, bro? Come on.
It's regular season, man. Listen, no
No,
Jalen Brown,
that was
no Jalen
postseason.
Brown. It's regular season. They doing what they got to do. 3 games, only losing 3 games at home. That's crazy.
Hey, that's postseason something different. When Eric Spoelstra get in his bag, it seemed like Boston choked.
Why we gotta bring up postseason? We talking about right now. When
It's all just accumulating together for me.
okay.
Maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, but
What we at? So
my
we
number,
know who
yeah,
your number one. Did we do number one?
nah, you gotta do your number one.
Well, we know who I got at number one. Boston Celtics clearly, with a 61 win. 61 wins this season. 3 games only losing 3 games at home. Uh, without Jalen Brown, 8-2 for the last 10 games. Derek White, like I've been preaching from the beginning, from preseason, right? Getting the addition of Drew Holiday and KP is a different team. Now I heard what you said earlier about they living down on the 3. Well, I can't agree with that either because with KP there, that mismatch inside, if they get that mismatch, they throw in the KP every single time. I'm sorry, and he's showing right over him. So it's easy buckets. Drew Holiday, you leave him open in the corner, he cashing that joint out. So it's a whole different team this year. Even now I will agree with you on this. If Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown live or die by the 3, they could run into some problems. But they big enough, they strong enough, no Diddy to get to the paint and get them buckets, get them and ones, get those fouls. So I'm expecting them to have that experience from last year and the year before to know what to do when them opportunities come and get past the Miami Heat. So that's why I got them at my number one.
Yeah, I know they just sitting at home and hoping that the Miami Heat don't make it. But my number one team is the Nuggets. It's just to be the champ, you got to beat the champs, and they didn't even get to face the champs last year. So Even though it don't matter because we just talking about teams this year. But Donnie,
What's that boy that had off the bench? Oh man, they don't got him this year. Or did he go back to the Denver Nuggets? I can't remember his name.
who
He was,
the from who? From
he was
Miami?
now for the Denver Nuggets. He was like a Gary Payton to
Oh,
them.
Bruce Brown.
Bruce Brown.
Yeah,
Did he go
yeah.
back this year?
Nah, that's a big loss.
Big loss right there. You
That's
know what
definitely
I'm
a big
saying?
loss.
Um, I'm not. When I look at Denver, Bruce Brown used to have them little them that 110% plays, right?
Yeah,
Where you need a little bit more
yeah.
effort there.
The hustle man.
Yeah, and they don't got that person now. If they think Caldwell Pope is that guy, I think he a little too old. But you
Yeah,
know, I could be wrong. But Aaron Gordon, I don't feel as though he that hustle man, even though he give you a lot of energy. But I
yeah,
don't feel as though he that hustle man. And we'll see how that we see how that go. But let's get into tonight games. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves going into LA tonight, going against the LA Lakers. Now LA is in what? The eighth spot, like we were saying. They fighting with New Orleans to get to that seventh spot, right under the Phoenix Suns at the sixth spot.
yeah.
So who you got winning tonight?
I mean, it's gonna go like the rest of these games went. Bron dropping a quick 20, 80 getting a good 20, 12 rebounds, and maybe D'Angelo dropping about 4 threes on him, getting 15 points. Austin Reeves with a good 10, Rui with a good 8. A team effort, like we've been doing lately. So I see a team effort being more than Anthony Edwards can handle by himself.
Ho ho! Now I just brung up all the names earlier from the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I don't think it's far fetched to have Rudy Gobert on Anthony Davis if he even played tonight. We know how LeBron and Anthony Davis going these last couple of games. They're going back and forth. So if AD is playable, we're gonna throw Rudy Gobert on him. You know, yeah, that's gone.
That's
If he want to
gone.
step out to the 3-point line, Nas Reed, go ahead check that. Yeah, Mike Daniels, get on AR or D'Angelo Russell. It don't matter. Yeah, we got people to stop these cats over here in this LA town. So I'm going with Minnesota, man. Anthony
Okay.
Davis. And then you know what happened in the All-Star game with LeBron James. You know his first pick, Anthony Davis. What do you say? These young bucks gonna have to start. They gonna take over. So he already know what's up. So yeah, Anthony Edwards gonna drop about goddamn. He might drop 50 on him.
Oh hell
He
no!
might drop 50 on him. He gonna shoot it. He in LA? Ooh, what?
It's gonna be entertaining, but it ain't gonna go the way you thinking it's gonna go. It's gonna be a close game. I ain't saying it's gonna be a blowout or anything like that. It's gonna be a close game until that fourth quarter come. Then they not gonna know what to do when we start playing team ball. It's just gonna be too much, and he gonna try to put on that cape, and AD gonna get a block at the end of the game and say, "Get that shit out of here," and that's just gonna be the end of it.
Oh, who had the block of the year? Now that's the crazy part. Now
Oh, you talk.
both of them did have a game winning block. Anthony Davis just had a recent one. Um, who was that off of? Damian Lillard against the
Oh yeah,
Bucks.
yeah, yeah. Against the
So he
Bucks.
did just have one recently.
Uh,
But I would say Anthony Davis had a nice little block, game
Anthony
winning block.
Edwards. You talk Anthony
Yeah,
Edwards when he hit his head on the rim, huh?
yeah. So he could come right back down, and y'all think y'all about to make y'all 2 points, and he'll block this. And they'll win that joint. So I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be a blowout either. It's gonna
Yeah,
be a good matchup. I just think Anthony Edwards gonna bring that energy. Still fresh, young legs. What he 22, 21. So might be 18. I don't know. I know he got the
he might be 18.
yeah. I know he motherfucking young as shit. So hey, I'm expecting a good matchup. I know LeBron. He having a little hot streak from the 3-point line. I get all of that, but It's LeBron, people. That don't last too long.
this
Last too long.
is his best year. What you mean? This is career high in the three. What you mean? It's lasting this year.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Cause what happened in the what happened to even though y'all got to the Western Conference Finals, didn't he have a poor shooting rank from the 3-point line in the playoffs last year?
Man, he was tired, man. He was coming back from an injury and everything, man.
Oh, he was coming back from injury.
He gave it his all, man. He gave
was
it his
tired.
all.
He was tired at the age of 37, but he ain't tired at 38.
It's better than what Jordan did at this age. You know what I'm saying?
And then you seeing the playtime y'all giving him right now. So I don't know, man. The Young Bucks might pull away with this one, man. I'm pulling with the Young Bucks. If we want to go scores, I'm gonna go.
We agree that it's better than the Wizards Jordan, right? We agree on that, right? That what LeBron is doing is better than the Wizards Jordan.
I can't say that, man. I'm from Washington D.C.
That's
I'm from Washington D.C. I can't say words like that.
Be a hater.
I can't speak things like that out of my mouth. I'm sorry. It just won't happen.
I seen the shock on your face. Like, what did he just say? He ain't even want to respond. He just froze.
I see where you're coming from, but I can't say that coming from DC.
It's all good. It's all good.
The boy dropped 30. The boy dropped 30 while he was here. So, but I do got him with the what we got over or under for 218. So I'm gonna go with the over for 120. I'm gonna go 124 to 120.
Oh, you got a crazy game, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I can see 116 or 112, something like that.
Okay, so I think both of us got the over on this one. I think both of us got the over. I think we got to finish it off. Welcome to the 20s for 20. So this will we make a betting game. We put $20 on the game, and then we spread out our other $20 with a player parlay, or you can mix up to make a combination, or however you want to do it with your other $20. So for the first 20, I definitely got mine on the Minnesota Timberwolves. No question there. For my next 20, I'm throwing my whole 20 on Anthony Davis for 50 points, baby. Let's go.
Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis, 50 points.
You don't mean Anthony Edwards?
I mean, my bad.
Nah, you said it right twice. I like that. I like that one. It's
my
all
bad.
good.
Anthony Edwards, 50 points, man.
Okay. So first you picked the game and you threw 20 on the game, right? So
20 on the game. I got Minnesota.
I'm gonna flip that and I put that on the Lakers, And for the stat line, easy money. AD double. LeBron 20 points. Parlay this joint. LeBron 20 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, and D'Lo 15. So I'll just parlay all that together, and then put the Lakers on the money line also on top of that.
D'Lo 15.
And I'll put
we're going with a lot of safe picks right here. But
I'll give Anthony Edwards 25. Throw that on the parlay too.
25, you being disrespectful. My average of 30.
You gonna drop a 30 piece, huh?
And he dropping 50 tonight.
Okay.
50 tonight. I'm putting it up there now. LA Showtime. He want to show off. I'm telling you, he don't got no Cat Williams there this time. He about to pull up. He about to pull up. Once he step his foot out that car, it's gonna be bucket. I'm telling you.
Nah,
Let's go.
Man.
Let's go.
Make sure them people that bet their money, make sure they win something. That Anthony Edwards looking like a 0% to me.
Man, those safe picks. I don't even think you're gonna win a lot with those, man.
Hey, as long as you doubling your money.
Hey, I feel you. I feel you, man. Hey, this another episode, man. Facts and stats. We back with my man Will. Crank that joint today. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.
All right.